Okay, start of the Etna section. My pack weighs 45 pounds, 5 liters of water. I'm going 60 miles. There's my ride over there, my trail devil. I will see her in Sunday or Monday. And so it begins. I'm just leaving Park Creek, getting on the PCT, and doesn't have miles, but here's the first sign. As you can see, it's pretty desolate. And I just met two guys, Iceman and Shepherd, that are, one of them he's a thru hiker. He started in Campo in Mexico, which is really cool. And he's here now. They all fly by me. They're doing 30s. So they'll take 2 days to do what I'm planning on 4 or 5, or even 6. Their packs are probably half the weight of mine. Anyway, it's good to be on the trail. Yeehaw! So I'm in a half a mile, and it was cool starting off on a pass. So I'm already at altitude. So I don't think I'm gonna have to do any climbing, serious climbing today. I know there's one area, probably tomorrow or the next day, where I'll be doing a descent and then have to go up again. I'm at mile 3, and I've actually turned southbound, or the trail turns south, one of the few places where it does. That would be an old PCT marker. Might still be able to see something in there. Yeah, if you look closely you can. Here's a sign, Bull Lake, headed northbound, Parks Creek, where I came from. I think I'm gonna try to knock out about 10 miles today and see how my foot's doing. I'm trying out some custom orthotics I had made a few days ago, and I'm a little nervous about a metatarsal pad I have in there. I've always had foot issues, and really the one thing that is probably going to be my biggest challenge with these long distances. If I can get that dialed in, I will be a happy camper. Good news. At mile 3.4 we've got water. So it's pretty cool. The water thing is kind of a big deal. There's an app called Gut Hooks that gives you kind of notes on where you can get water all the way along the whole trail. I'm a little over 4 miles in, and I came by this rock fall. And I think there's a viewpoint up here called the Bluff some people told me about. Be curious to see what that looks like. I just made it to the pass. This is the direction I came from. And that's Bull Lake down there. You can see Mount Shasta in the background. Beautiful view. Actually, it would be kind of a nice lake to stay at, but I want to put on some more miles. There's Shasta back there. Trying to zoom as best I can. There are all kinds of flowers around here. Probably not showing up real well, but there's purples, oranges. There's these things. Here's some yellow. More oranges. It's beautiful. Well, I've done over 11 miles. in 11 miles and something like a bit over 4.5 hours. And there's a campsite around here really soon. Might just be right up here. I'm basically gonna camp at the first decent looking campsite. Very happy with my mileage. Feet seem to be okay. Pack's a little overloaded. It's just nice being on the trail though, God. I can see why people get addicted to through hiking. Well, this is a new one. I've got cows on the trail. They don't really have anywhere to go. Get! It's a calf. So I'm gonna have to chase him down, because the only way I can go is down the trail. Good, they're moving. The cattle have really torn up this trail. I assume they got some sort of grazing permit going on with the Forest Service or BLM, whoever controls this. But man, they trashed the trail. There's cow dung all over it. All the soil's knocked loose. I found where I'm gonna camp tonight. The sign is down, but Walibi Trail goes that way. Here's my camping spot. This is looking mighty fine. Sweet. There's a couple spots here. I'm gonna probably go with this one right here. And it's got stellar views. Clicking off. So, let's see. We've done 12.02 plus 0.3 miles because I actually shut this thing off. So almost 12.5 miles today. And that's a pretty good first day with a 45-pound pack. So camp is set up. Pretty cool camp spot too. It's right on this ridge line, kind of a saddle. We don't want to be here in bad weather, but in good weather it's great. I've got this view, and my tent is the what is it? I am tired. This is the Copper Spur HVUL2 2-person tent, 2.5 pounds or thereabouts. Inside, I've set up my sleeping bag. I got my stuff, electronics over in there in the corner getting charged. I've got a Thermarest ultralight. I've got a pillow. I've got my stuff. I've got a silk liner. So now it's time to cook. Have dinner and lighten up this pack. Well, it took me an hour and a half to get ready to go. That includes breakfast, breaking down camp, taking care of personal biz. So I'd like to get that down to an hour, and I'm pretty sure I can. That's my pack right there. Good to go. Yesterday it weighed close to 45 pounds. Today it's about 37 pounds. That's because mostly of water and some food gone. I think I've got water in about 5 miles. So I'll be tracking my guaranteed water. And I've got enough to go 5 miles, I think. So I'll probably just hoof it. As you can see, The scenery around here is pretty nice. Ridges can be really nice for camping on. I'm sort of on a saddle of a ridge. There were 6 people from a group to my left, all through hikers, and then another guy over here. So there were 7 people here total, 8 including me, but 7 through hikers. And they were out early. I'll bet it takes them 20 minutes max, 30 minutes max to pack up and be gone. They probably weren't doing breakfast, they're just doing something later on down the trail. There's a thing called 10 by 10 that a lot of these guys on the PCT subscribe to. It's getting in 10 miles by 10 a.m. And I definitely won't be doing that. I'll be lucky if I get in 5. And this one guy that was next to me says he does 12 by 12, 12 miles by 12 by noon. But it was good to see them. They were from all over, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. I think there was 1 American in there, maybe 2. As you can see, this trail spends a lot of time at elevation. It's following, I guess, the crest. I'm not sure exactly what the crest means. I guess it means water on, well, I don't know. Water on one side goes one direction, water on the other side goes another. Or is it just some sort of kind of high point they found going from Mexico to Canada? But it's beautiful up here. Lots of time spent on ridge lines like this, and then every once in a while you drop down into a valley, kind of make it over to the next one. And you can see the trail's going to wind around, wrap around that ridge line on the left over there. See, the trail's got this really nice, they've really done some work to make this nice in this area. I think I'm coming up on some water. I'm gonna keep going because I have enough to get me to mile 6 today. But whenever you see this alder brush in kind of a gully like this, there's a good chance there might be some water. And this is an interesting section of forest. It's, I'm guessing it's been logged or something. A lot of trees down. But I don't see indications of fire. And it certainly wouldn't be an avalanche because it's too flat. So I'm guessing logging. Or maybe one of those microbursts. All right, onward we go. Here's one of the Pacific Crest Trail signs in pretty good shape, all things considered. And it lets me know I am on the trail, which continues on. I'm thinking this might be the Trinity Alps. I'm not sure how close I'm going to get to that. I think the trail winds around to the right. But it's nice. Definitely looks a little bit different than everything else around here. This is the stream. I think I call it a streamlet. I need to get my foot completely soaked in mud. Oh well, that'll dry out. But it does look like there's a place to get water in here. That little place right in there. So I'm trying out something called, I think they're Ingenu or Ingenie. Let's see. Ingenji. These are socks that have little pockets for each toe. And they're supposed to be good at stopping blisters. Not that I've got any really coming on, but I'm feeling some warm spots, and I want to try these out. They're actually designed to work as a inner sock, and then I put this sock, some Eddie Bauers I got at Costco, over those. I think I'll probably join the... I'm about to cross Highway 3. And there's some old forest roads up here. And so this is the first road crossing I've come to so far. Well, I hit Highway 3. Even though I've only been on trail like 2 days. Actually a day, considering I got dropped off yesterday. It's interesting that it's kind of crazy to see pavement again. Looks like this is some sort of special place. Do a screen grab if you want to read it. There's the old sign. Here's one they put up. It's a bit newer. Kind of cool. Just came up a long grade. It reminded me of how much weight I need to drop from this pack. Food, get lighter on the food and get lighter on the gear. And really measure out how much water I have. I was just a... This may be the best water source I find on the whole trip. It's beautiful. It's a full-on stream. And I'm stoked, although I actually have enough water if I want to go on to Boulder Lake. So what I'm going to do is see if there's a campsite up here that looks decent. And if so, I may stay here, but I'm inclined to go to Boulder Lake. But this is great. It'd be nice to... it's water. Oh, I love water. So this is the campsite. It's maybe 100 yards up from the stream. Nothing really inviting about it. So I think I'm gonna head on for the lake. This is a beautiful overlook. And I'm headed for that pass right there in the middle of the frame. And I believe the trail to Boulder Lakes drops down right there. So, somewhere in there. So somewhere down there I'm going to camp tonight. This is Boulder Lakes. The big one's over here. There are some people camping down there, but sure there's lots of room. Long hike today. About 18 miles. This is about as pretty as a sunset on a campsite as I could imagine. Okay, it's the beginning of day 3, and I'm at Boulder Lakes, and as you can tell, it's beautiful here. I think the only downside of these lakes is there's not a lot of camping. I had to kind of look around, and the other is that it's really close to a trailhead. It's only 1.5 miles from a trailhead, and I think it gets really busy on the weekends. So that's why it's Friday. And I figured there'll be a ton of people coming in here tonight, and I would rather just put on some miles. So I'm figuring to do about 10 miles today. This is the upper Boulder Lake. There's another one just up a ways, or over a ways I should say. And that's the pass, I believe, that I'll be heading over to catch the PCT again. I just reached the top of the pass between Boulder Lakes and the PCT. If you're on the PCT, you kind of got time to burn, and you come midweek, Boulder Lakes could be pretty good stopover. Wow, another view of Shasta. I didn't expect to see that, but there it is. Beautiful view from here. This would be a great campsite, but I need to make some distance. But there's Mount Shasta, and as I scan, you can see the Trinity Alps. And some more Trinity Alps. Check out how the trees growing over that sign. I'm on the divide, but there's a split here off to the left to Blood Run Trail, Eagle Peak Divide. I believe those are the marbles, but I don't know for sure. They could be Trinity Alps for all I know. There's a beautiful little stretch. I'm only going to do about 11 miles today, but check this out. Over here, we have remnants of a forest fire. And then we wind our way around. And there's those snow-capped mountains. Think it's the Trinity Alps, might be the Marbles. I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. Well, it's the morning of day 4, and I'm having breakfast. I've broken down camp. Slept okay last night, not great. Now I think I might have a little case of gout coming up in my left toe, big toe. So note to Doug, bring some entomycin on the next trip, because that's what instantly takes care of gout. And a couple of hikers just went by about a half an hour ago, and they said there was a bear in the area. So I had some hesitation about cooking, but I clacked my pans, banged them together, made some noise, figuring the bears around here are probably pretty friendly. But it does make me wonder if I should start thinking about a bear canister for some of these areas anyway. Yeah, thank God for ibuprofen. Had some aches and pains this morning. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But a couple section hikers just passed me by, and they were 77 years old. So it inspires me. They're 11 years older than I am, so they're still alive after 66. I've got a long uphill today. I'm trying to do 15 miles. There's a lot of vertical gain. So we'll see how it goes. Right now I'm hiking a nice thick forest. A little bit of view up there of whatever range I'm in. So I'm over the first hump, and the trail will cut through there, and then it cuts across that mountain over there about halfway down, and looks like I got some more altitude to do, but that's all right. Here's another section of the trail. There's a lot of deadfall. Looks like it might have been from a wind burst. One of those micro bursts. So I just came to a burn area. If you look through the trees to the backside, you can see the other side of the mountain too has burned. But through here, it's definitely been hit. Here's a good view of what I've got coming up. I'll follow this trail around this bend. There's supposed to be water there. And then I'll follow it up that hillside there. Definitely a burn area here. So there's a stream here, one of the few reliable water sources around. First one I've seen in basically 10 miles. That's year-round. As you can see, it's a lot of burn area though. Long haul up this slope. Some pretty cool rock features up here. This is the view of my campsite from my stove area. As you can see, I've got my coffee going. Starting off my morning with a nice mocha cooked on my little stove. Here's the view from where I'm sitting right now. My pack cover, pack, tent. There's a lake back there called Payne Lake. It's quite nice. So check in. Had a pretty good day yesterday. It was long. I think I was out of camp at 8, maybe 8:30 or 9, 8:45ish, and I got in about 16 miles, 2,400 vertical, lots of uphill. It says there was only 2,300 vertical, but sure felt like more. Long break between water. It was like 7 or 8 miles and a lot of uphill. I'm finding I'm drinking about 1 liter for every 3 miles, so I can plan accordingly. And I really like having the dromedary bag. It just makes it easier to drink while I'm walking. Beautiful scenery. Went through some burn areas, and some panoramas and some more interesting perspectives on Shasta. Went through the Russian wilderness area. It was pretty burnt when I got into camp. I just wanted a place to settle down, and I found this actually really nice campsite at Payne Lake. I've got about a 6-mile hike out today, which is my last day. So I'm going to hang out, maybe go up and look at one of the upper lakes, do some journaling, and try to get out of here by 12:30. This is called Albert Lake. It's up above Payne Lake, really beautiful. Not a lot of camping here though, so it would not be a good place to... Well, there's a place for a small tent, and there might be a place over there for camp. I'm not sure. Getting there would be interesting. You would either have to go across this sort of log, come through here, get on that log, get over to there, and then kind of connect with that series of logs. Certainly nothing I want to try. But for somebody with really good balance and a light pack, they could probably do it. So I hiked up to the upper lake, Albert Lake, up this trail. It's really steep. Would not want to come up here with a backpack, but, well, I guess I could, but there's not a great camping spot there. So, not really worth it to keep for an overnighter, but definitely worth checking out. If you look off in the distance there, you can see Mount Shasta. It's my last day. I've got about a 6-mile hike to the where I'll meet my ride. Beautiful views. As you can see, there's Shasta. Maybe I can zoom even a little more. There we go. Mount Shasta. It's amazing how much work they put into this. Look at these stairs they built. And it's not uncommon to see things like this, and also retaining walls for the trail. They've really done some cool stuff here. Here's the places. Here's a nice view coming in from dropping into Etna.